buy a boat, I can do those great things. He was talking about I can suffer. Okay? He was talking about I can suffer for the sake of Christ. These people need to see a priest faithful in suffering, so they may learn how to stand trusting God when they too suffer. I'm going to read that. Many times, God has to drag us through pain and lack and suffering in their eyes, so we can show them how to remain faithful when we have nothing, when we hurting, when we die. So the work of the priesthood, of being able to do all things, is not about buying a jet, buying a nice jet, nice cars, having a lot of money. It's about when things are okay, they're watching. When things are not okay, especially. So if they see you losing ground when things are not okay, then you have not done your job. I study the suffering of Jesus. Those moments is what helped me. Because the glory of the Son of God was not manifested when he was raising the dead. It is when he was suffering. When he became poor. That's when the glory was manifested. The work that you are being charged for today is for you to look into the ranks, make sure everybody stands upright. See, there were units in the Roman army, 50, 100, and everyone responsible for the 50, the 100 units had to make sure they were dressed right. The hair was white. They talked right. They stood right. That's why you see the captain or whoever reviewing, checking the units. You can't be standing like this, praying, looking through. See, the problem of the people in the church is not that they don't love Jesus Christ or God. They love God, but they also love the world. That's the problem we have in the church. People love God, but they haven't given up the world. They want both. And you are going to have to tell them the truth. You are going to speak the truth. Don't spare. Another problem we have in the church that you must watch is when people come, we must tell them the truth and not give them false expectations. When the rich young man came, I'm like, Lord, he just can't. Come on, be easy with the young man. He told you, go sell everything and then come. Did you notice that the young man left and Jesus didn't follow him? They must come where you are. And you don't compromise just so you can get a haircut. You must tell them the truth. In this walk, you shall be persecuted. You will be hated. By the way, you will. A lot of your friends in here are about to turn their backs on you. You have to be prepared for that. You must be prepared to walk a lonely journey. And then one more thing. See the apostle? You must spend a lot of time in prayer. So you may begin to see what is it she sees in the Spirit. That's the only way you will stand firm. Don't just follow her. See what it is she's fighting for. See what is it God is revealing to her. That way, your commitment will be to the vision. You will fight for that vision. You will sacrifice for that vision. See, the problem is people want to follow us. And then the same way they praised you, the same way they will run away from you. Because they see nothing. You hear me? You must study. You need to know. God, what is it you tell this woman that causes her to sacrifice like she does? Causes her to suffer like she does? Causes her to pay the price like she does? Have you noticed that people go to Walmart, if you give them $20, that's not enough money to go to Walmart. But if they gave you $20, they gave you a lot of money. Did you notice that? She has given all. Your turn. This is not an elevation to glamour. From now on, more restrictions have been added onto your life.
That's right.
The closer you get to the Holy of Holies, the closer you advance in priesthood responsibilities. See, there are two paths, the pathway of duty, the pathway of benefits, the pathway of responsibilities. There are things that God will not allow you to do no more. Even if He lets them do it. Because the closer you get into the Holy of Holies, you drop dead in there. Nobody wants to go there to pick your dead body. So from now on, God will tell you how you dress, how you get your hair done, what you eat, how you spend your time, how you spend His money in your hands. Let me repeat that. How you spend His money in your hands. Let me repeat that. You see, this is a call to a bond servant relationship. I've given my right to live to God. For me to live is Christ, and to die is a gain. I'm going to the glory anyway. So what's the big deal? A bond servant has no time off. You heard that one? 24/7. See, if you are a servant, you work for specific hours, you earn your paycheck, you do with it what you want, you take your vacation, and you go to the beach. A bond servant is available 24/7. 24/7. Welcome to the club. You are not free to do what you want. He owns you. You belong to him. Your very life is his. He does with it what he wants. You become a vessel. Not for you to be seen. The purpose of a vessel is to reflect what is inside, to dispense what it carries. Yes. If I gave you chicken, you like chicken? I do. In a nice plate. How many of you remember the plate in which you ate the chicken out of? You remember the chicken I ate at your house? I don't remember the plate. I never remember the table. I remember the chicken. You are the vessel for the purpose of carrying the life of Jesus Christ and releasing it into his spirit. You can imitate her. You can watch videos on YouTube. You can read books. But your word have impact only if they are coming out of your personal experience with him. She said, study the word. So from now on, in the book, he says, you read the scriptures because they tell of me. They reveal him. So you're not studying just for the sake of studying. You're pursuing an encounter with him. To know him. He says, I must decrease so he may increase. Not he must increase so I may decrease. The measure to which you decrease is the measure to which he increases in you. So that when they look at you, increasingly they see him, not you. Behold the Lamb of God. He's looking for a vessel. He's looking for a vessel. Will you be that vessel? Adam was made of the dust of the earth. What are the streets made of in heaven? You don't know? You go in there, you need to know. What are the streets made of in heaven? Gold. The dust of the earth was gold. So Adam was a golden man, a golden vessel when he came from the hands of God. He was a man, the whole thing was gold. So he says, be the vessel of gold for the master's use. But that means fire. Extreme fire. You will go through fire. Don't ask to come out of the fire. Don't pray for God to put off the fire. Tell him to increase the fire. Why? The more he increases the fire, the more of a vessel useful to the master you become. Your utility, your usefulness to God is proportionate to the measure in which you withstand the fire. Many of them will ask you to pray them out of the fire. Don't do that. Pray them through the fire so they may become useful. And you will set that example here. They're watching you. There are things God will restrict you because of your calling. You will look around and some of your friends still doing those things. And you will say, it isn't fair. They don't belong to the place where God has called you. So now your eyes are on her, on Christ. That's your work. That's your work. Now, on a personal note, you personally must study the life of Esther. Because God wants to use you like He used Esther. The anointing of Queen Esther, you must pursue. You must go to the king. See, the king didn't fight for Israel. He gave them authorization to fight. Esther, here's the authorization. Fight for these people. Fight for your family. Fight for the city. Fight for this nation. Many people, God, fight for me. He don't do that. He empowers you to fight for Him. Let me say that again. Today, you're being empowered to defend the interest of the throne of God in the city, in the earth. You see what this? You should. Let me repeat this. You are going not to be concerned with your own issues from now on. Your only focus is what the throne of God wants. That's right. From now on. That's right. God, what do you want? Now, do you realize how much time you must spend with the Lord? Do you realize this? Do you realize a lot of things that you must give up now? All things that are allowed are not useful. You hear that? It's not sin, but it don't advance you. It's not useful to you. You must be willing to pay the price. And finally, Romans 12, 1 and 2. Give your body as a living sacrifice. Now, the Greek word used there that was translated living sacrifice, it actually means a sacrificial living, a lifestyle of sacrifice. Wow. Denial, self-denial. A lifestyle of sacrifice. You see, we're not used to this kind of gospel in the Western society. We want as much as we can get from God. ATM machine. Church, be honest with me. How many of you know 90% of your prayers are not answered? Come on, speak the truth. Why are you pretending? I know you. Because I'm talking about me. So, do you think the same? Now, I talk about myself. Am I right? Come on, tell me the truth. See, because we made this thing to look like we're doing okay. Not focusing on your own issues. Seek to know every moment, God, what do you want today? Are you here? Your spiritual ears will not be open from a sovereign act of God. You must train yourself. Hebrews 5 and 6. Train yourself to hear the voice of God. So even if she spoke to you in another way you don't like, I don't like the way she spoke to me, so I'm out of here, right? But because your destiny is now dependent on the destiny of this ministry, you yourself will understand that for the sake of my own children, I'm going to support this ministry. I'm going to fight for this ministry. When you understand that your destiny is connected to the destiny of this ministry, then she don't have to call you to come to church. Wow. You will be chasing her. When will you open church? She doesn't have to make an altar call for you to give. You will be calling her. Can I sow something in this ministry? You will not be waiting for her to ask who will clean the church. You will be at the door waiting to clean the church. Now you've turned it around as if the destiny of this church depends on you. That's wrong. That your destiny depends on this. And that's your job. So now you're not doing her a favor. For her to pay the price to open this place in which your destiny, the destinies of your children and your grandchildren and many generations to come, to be supported and empowered, you owe her something. She don't owe you nothing. But now it's as if, do I have to beg you to come to church? I'm doing you good. That's your responsibility. The work of the priesthood in the end times, preparing these people for their bridegroom, preparing them to be the kind of people God can use in the end times to finish his business in the earth. Are you listening? Let me put it this way. The way they started the church in Acts chapter 2 is not the way we're going to finish. Because the latter day rain is 7 times greater than the former rain. So we are preparing to walk in the fullness of the anointing, the 7 spirits of God, in these end times. And that demands sacrifice. You can't do stuff like you can't talk like you used to talk. You can't eat like you used to eat. You can't walk like you used to walk. Understand the gravity of the hour, that you are called into this thing at such a time as this. Understand the seriousness of this hour. This is no longer your grandfather's church. We are not building the church like TDJ started his church or Benny. We are doing something else. It's new. And you must stay in step with her. Because God can take her home anytime today. What will happen to this house if nobody understands? The more you want from her, the more you will get. The more you want from God, the more you will get. Here's your final scripture, Ephesians 4, 11 to 16. Study that. He says, until we get to the fullness of the measure of the stature of Christ. You hear the word measure, which means God is measuring. How much of Christ do you have this year compared to last year. He comes, checks on you every day with a measuring tape. You still, people tell me I was born again when I was 5. I said, now you're 55, that means you've been born again for 50 years. Show me something for it. See, I'm not going to argue with you. You understand? So by this time next year, what's the measure you will have? Because you can only give them what you have. Christ in me, the hope of glory. Would you say that, please? That's all we want. That's all we need. May God bless you. Remember Esther. Remember Esther. Remember Esther. Fight for the interest of the king. Risk your life. In the end times, we are risk takers. We are forerunners. That's the forerunner. We are pioneers. We are pioneering new mindsets.
Hallelujah.
New ways of living. New strategies of handling problems. We're pursuing things that the church hasn't experienced yet. We're willing to test new grounds and break new barriers for the church. Because in the end times, the people of God must not be deceived. The hallmark of the end times is deception. That's what Satan does. From Genesis to the end, it's lying to people. If you go to the Federal Reserve in Washington, D.C., those people who protect the United States currency, they don't train them by showing them the fake dollars. They make them familiar with the true dollar. So when you see the fake, you will know. And he says in Matthew 24 and verse 4, they asked Jesus, tell us the sign of what will happen at the end of times. He didn't tell them about homosexuality. He didn't tell them about ISIS and Taliban beheading people. He told them that many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, that they will deceive you. Now let me break that out for you. They will not come as Muslims. If a Muslim comes here and tells you, I am Jesus Christ, you will not accept that. But they will come preaching that Jesus is the Lord, and then they will deceive you. They will come preaching Jesus and not the Jesus. And Paul, in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, he says, I am filled with the jealousy of God. For your sake, God is a jealous God. I pray, lift up your hand, that your heart be gripped with the jealousy of God for his people. So you may fight for them. That the jealousy of God will cause you not to sleep at night for the sake of his people. For the sake of this house. Jealous heart of God. You will not tolerate to see the people of God being deceived, being taken away, being destroyed. You hear me? Is this too much to ask from you? Are you sure you want this? Are you willing to pay the price? This could cost you your life. All your friends, family, relatives. May God bless you. I knew you could. I know you're ready. I know you're ready. generation of leadership,
Hallelujah.
a new generation of servants, a new generation of the people of God. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.